Soul family, welcome back. All right, channel message. You received a sign to keep going, okay, with something here. I heard there was nothing else to see. You seen all you needed to see with the situation, people, places, or things, okay? All right. Beloved ancestor, spirit guides, to the Most High God, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody sending anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please block and blind them. I call back our energy and send theirs back with full forgiveness and all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Most High God. Okay, I'm hearing you see the lessons through others. You learn the lessons through others. Something about this, okay? Tell me about you received the sign and keep going. Nature. You could have been in nature and you seen some type of sign here. Okay, some type of animal. Red birds could be very significant. Yeah, red cardinals, butterflies, a rainbow. You could have seen this, okay? It's going to be 3 of them. Yeah. To share your gift. You could definitely be a card reader, some kind of energy worker, healer, but yeah, definitely tarot. Y'all see that's on the card right there. Or something here is showing you this is what you're supposed to be tapping into, what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. Duality. Y'all can't make it up. Balancing things out, okay? From the light and the dark here. Everybody got the light, everybody got the dark, right? We got it all in us. It's very, very important, right? You can't have one without the other, okay? Because remember, there was a time, confirmation with Hercules, that we was all in a dark place at one point in time, right? Before we stepped into the light. And we just possibly didn't understand, didn't know, okay? Gonna be very significant. And we had to learning. I heard, especially when that third eye, that pineal gland activation happened, it was like, you know what I mean? Like everything just, ooh, hold on. Wait a minute. I heard the Mandela effect. You took your power back. Yeah, and you started having patience and just letting things flow, okay? You could be seeing rabbits as well. And see, that snake, that's, you said it shedding your old skins. The snake year could be very significant, okay? You could study Chinese astrology. Somebody here is learning about all the different chakras. The rainbow always gives me like all the different chakras and what they represent, right? It's going to be very significant too. Confirmation. Okay, let's see here. Tell me about my collecting information in nature is possibly, I'm talking to that group of people. Do you collect information when you get in nature? That's where you get your messages, that's where you get your downloads? Or like when you're sharing your gift, or is that where something you're collecting more knowledge about thyself as well as you're sharing your gift? Because I know a lot of times y'all hear me say, oh, that's confirmation for myself, right? Yeah. Yes, because you're bringing hope and you're bringing light, transformation, awareness, fertility, something's growing, and once again, power and working with the universe. Now you're listening to the messages from the universe, right? That's going to be very significant, okay? 444, protection. When you're in solitude, you get a lot of messages. You could write, that could be significant. Reading could be very, very significant. All of these things is helping you bring balance back as well. Somebody's emotionally lost without you. Because your intuition, baby, is on point. It's on point. Yeah, firm foundation. Building from the ground up for the next 20 years. Okay, it's going to be very significant. Y'all also, age of Aquarius. I need y'all to pay attention. Is heavy in play here as well. Okay, groups of people coming together to raise the vibration. Okay, that's what's happening here, right? So that is going to be significant. Watching for the signs from the universe, right? Accepting responsibility and seeking healing. Ain't no way around it. You had to go on and keep going. When you received the messages, you was watching for the signs. Yep, release the blockages. Have strength. Yeah, it's a mystery, but listen, the universe, the Most High God, Spirit comes through. The beloved ancestors are on the line here saying, come on, let's go, load up, it's time to go, right? And we had to just all pack up and go and take what we could. That's going to be very significant. If you've had to do this, I'm going to say in the last 5 years, I'm talking to you. And maybe you had to put stuff in storage, whatever. But there is something about you being on the move and you just have to pick up and go, right? This blessing is coming in because you've been obedient. And it might feel like, man, BG, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of being on the move. I'm tired of having to do this. I'm tired. But there was something significant about you keeping that energy moving and just keep following the mystery, okay? It's like Scooby-Doo in the mystery van, right? You're like, okay, let's get in the mystery van and let's just go, because wherever Spirit's guiding us, God's guiding us, that's it, right? And take the risk. And it has gotten you to a place now, it's like, thank you. Whew. You didn't realize moving like that, you moved away from every single tower that was about to hit you. And you didn't even realize it. That rejection was for your protection, right? You faced your fears. You gained that knowledge and was like, oh, okay, I didn't even see that coming in Spirit's like, that's why we snatched you behind up out the way, okay? That's why. Something about this. Because you had the support of the universe and everybody standing behind you, right? And you just had to embrace these uncertainties, right, at this point and say, okay, let me take a breath. Because one thing I know, y'all, for sure, in real time, in real life, in my own life, my spirit team has never let me down. When they've told me to make a move and do something, I've done it. And I may not be there very long, but there was a lesson and a blessing within that move that I had to make, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, however this was in my life at that time, right? And it's like being on the trampoline, you know how you bounce down but you bounce back up. That's how it is, right? Me and my soul sister was talking the other day. She said, because we always say sometimes the spiritual community, we're the bait, right, for people. It's like they'll try to rush in and get us, and then Spirit will move us away, you know, and it's like at that moment. So you could possibly resonate with that type of scenario as well. Like you feel like the bait, like, Spirit, why you got me sitting here like this? And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's time to move. And then you just go. This is like being able not to take everything with you type energy, right? And then all of a sudden you hear about what happened and you're like, really? I was like, one day, 24 hours, if I wouldn't have done this, right? That's why it's important to be obedient and disciplined, right? That's going to be very significant. Boundaries. That, y'all, this is another thing, right? Boundaries and not communicating with the past. Because there's doors that you're only allowed to walk up to. But if you got your people with you and them ain't your people, that door ain't going to open up, right? You the only one supposed to show up to that door and knock. Okay? And that's how Spirit is trying to explain this. And it's like when you receive that message, like, okay, everybody can't go with you. And then all of a sudden you walked up to the door by yourself with your little backpack of tools. And then the door opened and you're like, But the last time you come and knocked on that door stayed closed. That's going to be significant for some people. And you're sitting here, you're like, why did my opportunity, why? That's why. Because it could have been whoever you was connected to that you tried to bring with you, right? This is a huge lesson in year nine, that we're learning as well, is who is for our highest good, right? Who has good intentions? Are they gonna, when we get out in the middle of this ocean, are they gonna keep rolling, or are they just gonna jump ship? We're talking about the next 20 years of balancing things out and making sure that whoever is sitting at your table, they're not jerking the legs and cutting the legs off and drilling holes in your boats, right? I need y'all to pay attention. Pass the test. There is some people that passed the test because when times got hard, they didn't jump ship with you. They came together with you and they was like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this. Okay? That's the kind of friends, the soul family, the people you want sitting at your table, who, if we see a problem, okay, well, let's come together. Okay, well, listen, you know how to create art, you know how to do music, you know how to cook, okay, and I know how to decorate. So we're gonna put this event together. Y'all see what I'm saying? Everybody's creativity, we're gonna be able to make everything come together in the community. Okay? Yeah, that's the age of Aquarius. And that's what people are starting to see right now. Because if you ain't about coming together, then what are you doing? That means that you're a part of the problem and not part of the solution. We're not focused on the problem. We need to find problem solvers. Who is about finding the solution? Because if you're like gonna sit and cry about the problem and not try to fix it, we're gonna need for you to sit over there. Because see, we're the problem solvers. We're trying to get things together. We got to keep this thing movement, right? Really, what I said, the last message, movement's happening. So people that want to sit and cry and whine and complain about the poor pitiful me and this, they did this, they did that, come on, get up. Yeah. It's time to get up. Because you got groups of people who are like, okay, let's fix this. Are you going to let them come in and help you fix it, or are you just going to keep on crying about the problem and not finding the solution, right? It doesn't make any sense. Y'all, that's the thing. And these could have been these type of people that you moved away from. And you received the sign, and you just had to keep going. Because it's like, okay, I'm not going to sit over here with you and listen to you whine and complain about there's an easy fix here, but you've actually got to put the work in, right? Yeah. Today's a 5, by the way, y'all. 23, that's a 5. You can't slow down now. You got to get up, right? And that's what we do. Okay, there's something, and a lot of times our intuition already warns us a long time before something happens, right? And it's like, okay, why am I feeling like this? There could be certain things you doing 6 months ago that's helping you right now. And you're sitting here saying, man, that's why Spirit had me to do that. Y'all remember what, about a year ago, I said, start stocking up on perishable goods, learning how to grow your own food, starting a fire, living off the grid, doing all these certain things, being self-sufficient. Do you know how to sew? Do you know how to bake? Do you know how to grill? Tapping back into grandma and grandpa's way of living off the farm and stuff like that. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now look where we're at. It's like Spirit was already getting us ready for what is happening now. So now you get the farmer, you get the construction workers together over here. You get the drivers together over here. You get the women who know how to cook and, take care of the kids. All come together. What are you going to create? A huge community of people that's going to be working together, right? Y'all stay with me today. That's it. But you got to make sure that you got your crew of people and everybody ready to put the work in, and not being the mule that's going up the mountain doing all the work while other folks just sitting down and watching you and saying, I'm just too tired. I can't do this, VG. I don't know what to do. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is the type of people you had to leave behind that's too lazy and don't want to do the work. Okay? Peace, love, and light.